This is the highlight. If we can see Tracey and BJ Gooch. And I know most of the people, you all are here because they invited you. And what I like to say about the Gooches is that they are definitely a team, but more importantly, before everyone got on here, we were just talking about they've been with us and a part of this. They didn't even care what the words, the language were. They were on board. They are visionary and founding donors, but more importantly, they have their own story to tell better than I could. And this point, BJ and Tracey, tell us why you're big and why you're with us and why you believe in this. Take it away.
Absolutely, absolutely. First of all, Athan and May and Martin, thank you for allowing us to speak tonight. It's our pleasure, our honor to be a part of the big movement and the big equity fund. I'm gonna have my wife speak first, and I'll bring up the rear here. Over to you, sweetie.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Athan and May, for allowing us to speak this evening. We definitely don't take it lightly. This is a privilege and an honor. But what I would like to say is why I believe it's important for us to support the Black Investment Greensboro Big Equity Fund is with the economic disparity in the Black communities. I feel that if we see a need and can meet it, or at least contribute to this fund, will help enable this enable Black families and organizations to build and leave a legacy in the Black community for generations to come. Our ultimate goal is to create the Tracey and BJ Gooch Foundation. I'll pass it back over to you, honey.
All right. Great job, baby. Great job. Well, again, just truly thankful for our opportunity here and all those that are who have zoomed in with us to support us. Thank you for your support. I'm going to tell a story, and this is a story about a dream. And this dream starts back in, really, I think it starts in early 2018. And a dream that between two guys after an advisory meeting, sitting at a table and talking about how can we improve engagement within our community, and being very just passionate about, hey, how can we bring more people into the environment that we've been both been exposed to. And hearing that conversation and seeing this young man have a dream and being able to support his dream has been just, it's just been so special to see it. So everybody thinks it's an overnight success. It has not been an overnight success. Athan has been working on this for many, many years. And along with May and a lot of the other advisory board members, they've done a great job to bring this, to bring the Big Equity Fund into reality. And just to be a part of be a donor of that fund and a part of history in the making has been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just a big part of that story is how I got involved. I was introduced to the foundation by a client that actually used to work for the foundation. And, you know, the word philanthropy to me was one of those big fancy words, philanthropy. And, you know, in my mind, a philanthropist or a philanthropy was someone that was ultra rich. And that was the mindset I had. And then I came and started being a part of the foundation here and found out how incorrect that idea was, that philanthropy is not really a fancy word or anything new to our community, because we come from a community, and I said our community, people who look like you and I, a community of giving. And that's what this is all about, is giving. And we come from our communities and villages of what? Giving. We're used to giving. But now, how do we give in this realm? The big thing is, you know, being exposed, understanding that there are other ways to give other than through our normal channels. And this is a new source that we can use, and it's a great source to use, because the great thing about the exposure of the Big Equity Fund and what the Community Financial does is that it takes a lot of the leg work out. They do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, And the only thing we have to do is really build the fund or build the participation, and that everything else is managed for us. So it's a huge advantage by going through the foundation. One thing we talked about was, again, being the exposure and truly being a part of something that can really help out our community, the Black community of Greensboro, the Black community of North Carolina, the Black community of our United States. And it starts right here. It always starts at a grassroots level. So being a part of this has been exciting. Education, again, the education about how philanthropy works is, the big thing I learned here is just having a heart to give, to do for others, and realize that, as we put our resources together, how powerful those resources can be. And that's what this is all about. This is what BIG is all about. It's what the Equity Fund is all about, us pulling it together and being able to affect our community. And that's what, real giving is about. And also, it's about leaving a legacy. Think about this, Athan. Think about what you're doing here that is going to live beyond you. May's going to live beyond you. Martin's going to live beyond you. It's going to live beyond us. So we're creating a legacy of what we're doing, that the seeds that we're planting now and the harvest that it reaps will be here for, 50, 100 years down the road. Generational. So truly legacy building within our community. And being historic and a pioneer in this, a part of this amazing group of people that have allowed us to lock arms with them and be on the ride, on this amazing ride, has been just heartfelt, and we're thankful for it. The big thing is to understand the education of this is that, like Athan said, is that it doesn't take millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. It just takes the whole. Small equals big. Let me say it again. Small equals big. When we all give small pieces, it equals a big pot. It equals a big pot. So the engagement is everything. So how participation in the fund, the Big Equity Fund, the big thing is that how can we impact our community and being there to bring equity into our community. One of the big things that the shortfall we have in our community now is equity, access to capital, equity, being able to have a foundational fund that now we can create jobs, we can create or give resources to entrepreneurs, build our own developments in our community. All these things are what this fund is all about. Imagine, right now the goal is 3 million, but what happens when it's 100 million? What happens when it's over $1 billion? And what will be the impact on our local community? What would be the impact on the state of North Carolina? What will be the impact upon the United States that this movement started with a small group of people to understand that we had to go back to our community and educate them about something we already knew about, giving, and that we all joined into that giving, and now we created just this huge movement that's going to impact our community and change our community to providing equity and resources to our community. That's what the Big Equity Fund is all about. So, like my wife said, our ultimate goal is to continue our participation with the Big Equity Fund, but also our long-term legacy is also having our own donor fund through the foundation as well. Tracey and BJ Gooch Family Foundation. So, it's teaching us how to build legacies, how to think bigger, and to impact our communities long before or long after we're gone. So, again, thank you for allowing us to speak this evening. Thank you for being a great example. Thank you for the education and also the access you've given us. And we only know that this is only the beginning. So the big fund must get what? Must get bigger. All right. Over to you, Athan.